but in terms of the ranking events, it's not quite happened for him.
I don't know him all that well. He's from Edinburgh, so I don't see that much of him.
And that's a nice bit of cue. Of course, we've seen knock out our defending champion this morning, Jordan Brown.
Showed us what he's capable.
8.
To put wins together, but of course now
I do think we're starting to see young players like that. Stories like last evening with Van winning the European Masters. You would imagine. There's another. He's very strong in that department. Very strong.
28. 30.
And of course, this evening, first up, the player.
Dean here having to use what I think is one of his strengths, his mid-range potting. There's another example of it. That's beautiful. While getting deep in bulk.
Dean Young, 48.
Yeah, good start to the title as a 750 to 1 outsider. It won't be Jordan this year, having already bowed.
Be mindful when playing that type of safety. It's not easy to get the cue ball to make the journey deep. More evidence of it again, Judd.
But he comes into this tournament outside the top 16 on the one-year ranking. He clicks back into gear. And it was always going to be incredibly difficult for him to maintain. Open, the final qualifying event, will pick up a bonus of £150,000. At the moment, it's Martin Series list. Ronnie O'Sullivan would have gone top by a distance had he won last night. Impressive from the moment.
Laying the foundation for
first round exits. Oh, he's missed that one though.
11.
In the half dozen tournaments that.
Oh, Judd, that was close, my God.
And that's very good news for Young, who, and by and large, it's been impressive. Some really impressive long potting and cue power on show early in the frame. He did miss one, which could have been cost throughout the week. But he was formerly coached by Chris Small, who, of course, was a very capable player in his own right, former top 16.
It's important that you get that when you're early, because that's when you're more sponge-like and you take...
And it's taken good performances for him to be knocked out opening frame.
As a snooker player, to pay attention to what's going on. That at the outset of the season, the UK, it's actually very refreshing, isn't it, to have that sort of
themselves as real winners. And in particular, coming into this season, he wasn't pulling up trees, was he, before the UK Championship? Now he's the same, winning the shootout. It's exciting times for the...
Dean Young, 90.
Dean Young is going to be feeling some nerves out there. But Trump at the moment is all at sea. He's not settled at all.
Like this. Well played, though, to get himself going.
In the last 2 seasons and change has been knocked a little by the fact that he's not been getting the results that one really sweet break, everything flowing.
6.
Can't. thinking about your technique and how you're going to approach matches and stuff. But no, we shouldn't really be. Becoming a decent chance for Judd to get a grip of this.
25. $33. 41. 49.
Has this the level of the match?
57. 65. 74.
Now for Trump, who's beginning to cue in the way. Sheree.
81. 86. 99.
Normal order is even here. A new professional from Edinburgh, Dean Young, who looked very composed in taking the opening frame, but Trump, after one or two unkilled. Defending champion Jordan Brown, 1-2-4, but he, of course, has bowed out at the hands of Mitchell Mann. But misses the Brown.
Dean Young.
For that last frame, Judd, the real Judd Trump, kind of actually pushes the cue ball to the right. But a reprieve, shred if it goes, is a nice. Yeah, it just went too low.
Dean Young.
No doubt inspired by what Fan Zhengyi did as a giant outsider last evening.
Two. Judd Trump.
Yeah, good shot. That's a good shot. Yeah, the green going in. Just trying to.
Dean Young.
It looks like missing the brown on the left of it. We'll see. Oh, well.
118. So both players need
All back out of there. Don't blame him. But he could fix a steely nerve. Well, the good thing is.
4.
So this blue and the pink.
9.
And Judd. One or two errors.
15.
Looking as though he's feeling Trump, who emerges with that third frame.
certainly getting chances as, oh, I don't know what happened there.
During tables, members of the audience perhaps moving around. And delighted, of course, to have an audience back to watch them strut their stuff. And Judd Trump still ones, but do you think the leading lights themselves feel a little bit more vulnerable?
Like the old best of nine, the normal distance to these events. But yeah, I think, oh, that's a fantastic. Chance for Dean.
One.
In this morning session, Judd Trump having a few issues.
8.
Start of this match. Can be catching, can't it, sometimes?
9.
He's going to need it to win the frame. You can see there that it does pass, so he won't need 2 reds. Just
yeah, the frustration clearly for Young will be that he's had Trump just looking to get over the line this afternoon and get this first. Oh, wow.
Dean Young, 8.
on this match is the value of how good your B game is. Played like he can either. But when the going's not so good, you've got to just batten down a little and judge patience and try to keep it as simple as you can. Dean will learn that as he goes.
Yeah, and that had to go clearly.
Young one, frame
and I think
conceded.
Young has conceded. He has. So up next on table 1, Mark Williams against Michael Judge. Later this evening, oh, he's caught pink.
Nice.
Liam Davis leads Ulian Boyko by underway against Sean Maddox.
Liam Davis, brilliant. I think he's still only 15, you know. Not sure if he turned.
4-3 as Trump gets back in.
Split on the bunch of reds. Yeah. Lots of value in it. Spring the ping. Brilliant shot.
9.
Initial 40-plus break he put together was full of terrific cueing.
15. 21.
Worth a cannon on the 2 reds close together. Yeah, those 2. That opens the door. Play.
27.
A reason, and is the only other player apart that rivals anyone in the history of the game.
34.
He turned pro in 2000.
How he's cueing, it looks better. Yeah, right in the heart of it.
But when he's in full flow, just has such a terrific rhythm.
54.
Blue and one more red should do it.
Judd Trump.
Well, that is a bit of a surprise win. And at the second time of asking, 2 scares along the way. That he wouldn't normally, but all that really matters. And I'm sure he'll take plenty. Through with some comfort in the end by 4 frames to 1. 1 or 2 mistakes from next round. He's done that.
Feet in the Gucci on my back. $100 bills, they be filling up and stacked. Right on my feet and the Gucci on my